Are you looking at going to the Japanese Grand Prix in the near future? Hi, my name is Lauren. This is my new series called Road to Suzuka, where I'm going to be learning about how to get to the Japanese Grand Prix as somebody who is going for the first time. This is a very new experience for me because I have spent a lot of time in Japan. However, I've never been to Suzuka for a Formula One race. So what I'm actually learning, I'm going to pass on to you as information so then you guys know what to expect about going to the Japanese Grand Prix. Now, on this episode of Road to Suzuka, we're going to be talking about ticketing. If you are planning on actually traveling from overseas to the Japanese Grand Prix, here is something you need to know, specifically if you are not a resident of Japan. So if you're not a resident of Japan, you can't just go onto the Suzuka Circuit website and purchase tickets directly through them. This is the Japanese government's way of actually tackling ticket scalping, and this has been going on for a while through many other different events, including concerts and other sporting events as well. Yeah, there are some exceptions. A couple of people who are not residents of Japan have gone and said, yeah, I've actually had a VPN and I purchased my tickets through there. However, this is really rare. This is very unusual to actually hear of stories like this. And to be honest, if you do actually purchase tickets through there, you might be actually asked to actually produce your My Number card, which is a government issued card to all residents of Japan when you purchase your tickets or when you actually go to collect your tickets. So what is the best way to actually purchase tickets if you are not a resident of Japan? It's through authorized sellers. So for example, F1.com, they sell tickets, P1 Travel, motorsporttickets.com, gptouring.com.au, or the one that I personally use, which is called Goo Tickets. And no, I'm not affiliated by Goo Tickets, nor have I been sponsored by them to actually mention them. I found that Goo Tickets work best for me personally because they actually have a monthly installment plan that you can actually use to purchase your tickets. So if you don't want to actually drop a large sum of money, you can actually pay off your tickets through monthly installments. But the one thing I will recommend is definitely actually shop around, because different sellers will actually have different allocations and different rates of availability. Now let's talk pricing. For the most part, Suzuka is on par with most of the Grand Prix in the same region of the Asia Pacific region. Now, as someone who's been to both the Singapore Grand Prix and also the Australian Grand Prix, the tickets are either pretty much matched up or slightly more expensive or slightly less expensive, but it's pretty comparable. The other thing also, you might see a massive drop in some prices in comparison to the same kind of stand at another Grand Prix, but this is where you really need to actually do your research, do a bit of homework and see what actually works for you. Now, as someone who's done 5 Grand Prix in what is effectively general admission, this time around I'm actually going for grandstand tickets. I'm sitting in the pit exit and it cost me approximately 850 Australian dollars for the 3 days. Now, it's on par with the Moss Grandstand at the Australian Grand Prix, even though you get 4 days at the Australian Grand Prix. However, in comparison to pit grandstand at the Singapore Grand Prix, it's half the price. So this is why I'm suggesting to people, maybe just do your homework, shop around, see what works for you, see what also is the best option for you when it comes to what you want to see on track. And for those people who do general admission, walkabout, unreserved seating, like I've done in the past, there is only one general admission section at Suzuka, and all general admission / unreserved seating is around the spoon curve. There are seats there, but they're not reserved. So it is a first in, first served when it comes to what seats you do want to get. However, it is the most affordable options. In comparison to Australia or Singapore, we're talking considerably cheaper over the 3 days. So that's pretty much the breakdown, the sum up, whatever you want to call it, about ticketing for the Japanese Grand Prix. I have actually mentioned down below in the description all the authorized sellers that actually do have tickets to the Japanese Grand Prix. So make sure to check out the description where you can actually purchase your ticket. Make sure to do your homework, research what you want to get out of your Grand Prix experience, and also make sure to compare with other authorized sellers to see what allocations they do have, because on one business they might have less availability in comparison to another business. If you've got any questions, make sure to drop them below in the comments and I will make up another video to actually answer them for you. See you at the race. Peace out, guys.